So we have 20%, 30%. This is sell side from CPI. Yeah, I hate to do this, but I really have to hit the button. I'll be right back. Damn, Dow. Dow is monstering it right now. Up 180 from open.
Ryan, you're muted.
Sorry. I said if we push up and we pass these candles, then we should inversion that and start running up. And we have the, I believe this is an hourly, no, yeah, hourly FEG that we're looking at from Wednesday, that we're inside right now, and this dotted line is the 50%. So if we push up, think about it, that's that level that I just talked about. So if we inversion this, then it's going to be a long. If we can't pass this, then it's going to be a short. How can we play the short? Hypothetically, if it passes this 1 minute FEG again right here, then it's going to be a short. So we have 1, 2, 3 right now. So I want to see a nice acceleration, a retracement, and then a push up. If the triple D is to be true. I'm gonna take a long right here. That's gonna be my stop underneath that candle. So this is my entry, and I'm gonna add to it whenever I tell you. So once we cross through this high right here, I'll add to my position. Right now it's in a very weird area with this 1 minute FEG, but as long as it doesn't pass this candle's wick, it's still good to go up. And we got 5 minute. Gotta let it do its thing in this area a little bit before we add to it. So just make sure you're in like small, and then we'll get to it.
Right.
Yeah.
You definitely let us know when you add more.
Yeah.
I want to exercise that with my top sub today.
Well, let's see if this 5 minute FEG gets created right here. If it does, then let it do its thing, even if it accelerates, and then it should come back and touch this.
Okay.
So that's what I'm looking at. Don't feel too eager to like add in yet. Just let it do its thing. Because if this 5 minute FEG gets created here, then there's a high chance that this will get touched again. So right now I want them to hold this right here. I don't want them to pass this candle right here. So if it comes to pass this high again, that's where I'll add.
And that's at the high, not the entry, right?
Over here.
Okay, cool.
The reason I'm choosing this spot is because it's above all these wicks, and I don't want them to whip those highs and then come back in. So I want to just allow it to do its thing, and then once it crosses through this area, then it should start rolling on up. I might do one more addition after this. That got very close to my addition. It basically touched it but didn't trigger. Now I'm in more. If it hits our stop, the whole structure shifts. If we get an acceleration to pass these highs, then we're in the move of the day. News is about to come out. Position yourself properly right now. Chart froze. Didn't catch me on the CFD side. I need to see this 1 minute candle close.
Will you re-enter?
Not yet. You have to wait for the candle to close. Now you can re-enter. Could be shitty. That's 5 minute area on the left. 5 minute area on the left. I just want to see them hold this. If this can't be held, then it's just gonna hit stop. My Team Elite guys, risk class today is at 12. It'll be recorded, so if you can't make it, I'll post it later.
Thank you.
We have a really bad 5-minute candle close the previous 5-minute candle. I'm still favored on the long side. Take a partial. One more partial put you into profit and then let it roll out. You have one more at this spot right here, which is the PPI high. After that, we have a 100 handle range. Got SMP. ATH on SMP once again. This might be a full-blown moon type of Friday. First TP, 54 handles for PPI high, major TP area right here. That one got hit. Around a total of 60. And then now your next one is over here at 108. And then if that gets passed, then you're looking for a TEH on this setup on the week for 146. So this is the next one that I'll look for, which is high of day.
Ryan, question.
Yeah.
Right before the news came out, you said to position yourself properly. Like, what do you mean by that? What should we be doing?
Like, the way that I look at it is like, okay, I don't want to be in a situation where that hit is a massive hit on my day and I can't, like, you know, breathe after that. Like, oh shit, bro, now I gotta recover this. You know, you want to put yourself in a position where even if I take this hit, I could still, you know, get back in.
Okay.
That's what I mean
Yeah,
by
so
that.
yeah, evaluate the position, evaluate your risk and de-risk right before if necessary.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ryan, going back to that one, so you said you didn't get tapped out on your CFDs, right?
Yeah. Look at the screenshot I sent in free main. Look at how close it got to that stop loss. That was my stop loss before. Like with those two entries at the bottom and then the ones in the upper area. So whenever it dropped down and I got like that low held right there, it liquidity grabbed that previous wick that I was talking about, this. So on the CFD chart, this move ended right here. The news candle came here. So it's a liquidity grab on this OB. So whenever I started seeing it pop up right here, notice where my average is on that. My average on that, and this is all in our, for the YouTube people, this is all in our free Discord. I posted it in the free Discord. If you need the link, it's in our bio. But if you look at the average of where my positions average is, that means my upper positions are the bigger positions, right? Now, majority of people wouldn't put on their bigger position right there because they're thinking, oh, but my average will come up. Yeah, but if it drops down to the other positions, then it's fully done. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whenever I see it popping up and I see those candles whipping, like that's where I want to pop it in to go long. Now, there was one more position that was basically here almost. But when I got this candle push up, I'll close this one. I'll retain the ones down here, and I'm good to go. See what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it, but it's just funny, like, your world versus our world. Right?
Well, I got stopped out on Top Step, but I took it again when I saw... Let me go to the 1 minute. I'll show you my Top Step position. So this is my Top Step position. Look at that one. When I saw my CFD chart, I just flipped to Top Step and I just put it on right there. But I needed to see that candle close. If I saw that candle close bull, next candle goes bull, then forget the drop down. The drop down is just a liquidity sweep. Now, as long as this 5 minute candle on after the news candle sticks and goes bull, this is giving me confirm for the day.
Yeah.
Close to 100 handles right there.
Have you read the BE?
Yeah, I ran the BE. I ran the BE when I took this partial right here. This one, the PPI high.
Yep.
It's a substantial level. The PPI high in this scenario. Narrate this market for me, Arsen.
All right. So we created the high with the PPI candle at 535. We came down lower, taking out sell side liquidity right at market open. We consolidated a little bit, pushed up, had some more consolidation. The news event came out at 7 a.m., driving price down, stopping everybody out of their longs right before pumping up higher, taking out the PPI high on the day, and now moving towards yesterday's high.
You missed a critical component. What is the first few candles of market open? Showing bearishness.
Yeah.
Right? So first few candles of market open showing bearishness. On top of all of this, it's Friday. On top of all of this, we're opening below the 20% of the week and we're hitting the 30% at the open. So what do we do when it's Friday and we're at 20 to 30%?
We long it back up.
There you go. I'm just giving gold out over here on just giving gold out over here on YouTube. Nice. We have 7 people watching this on YouTube.
Hey, right.
Yeah.
What's up, bro? So like, just position management question. Like, this thing on the 5-minute blasted with like 2 huge candles. Like, where's a normal area that we can see this potentially pull back that we don't, but this thing doesn't run back? I mean, I'm pretty confident it's gonna long, but like, where do you think when you look at this, like a normal pullback?
In this scenario, I don't even want to see a pullback past this low because they didn't give an opportunity for retail to enter at this spot. Because what's retail trying to do?
They're trying to get in this.
They're trying to get in this here, right? When resistance breaks, it becomes support. Now, that being said, when you go to a 5-minute time frame, you have this small little inefficiency right here. That's an issue. Now, the first 5-minute FVG comes in from here to here. That's the first 5-minute FVG.
Yeah.
So, if I see a drop down all the way up until I would say right here, I'm okay with it. Anything below that is a little
Yeah. So the way I was looking at it is
Like,
the PPI.
Just FYI, like I just saw the profit on my top step side. I really liked that. I just closed it. Which goes back to, like the whole idea of, okay, even if it is gonna long back up, I have a sufficient position on, and the top step account has made sufficient amount of money. So if I like it and that's it, like top step, that's how you have to play top step.
Yeah. So 2 things. Number 1, right now we're at today's end dog. So that's why I think it's stalling here. And number 2, I was saying the same. Like if it pulls back, that FEG at 705 you said, and also like the PPI high a little area on the 5-minute.
This end dog is too small to take into consideration.
Yeah, but on MNQ it's like 7 handles. So on MNQ it's from
like
4...
I didn't even have this marked, but for like anyone on the CFD side that's what's on Cedar with me, please take a look at the 2200 candle from yesterday. So when price opens up down there and you have that 2200 gap, that's giving you extra confirmation that hey, PPI high is the 2200 gap. So if it starts accelerating, great. That means it's chasing that gap. So Arson, if you take a look at that area.
Yeah. My bad, I was texting. What were you saying?
Look at the 2200 gap on Cedar.
Yeah.
That gives you extra confirmation on long side, so you know when it accelerates, it's gonna go to that gap.
Oh, okay, I see.
You see it, huh?
Yeah. Wait, the 2200 gap or the 2300? I see a massive gap at 2314.
Yeah, sorry, 2300.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Cedar is a cheat code, bro. People don't know this. People don't know that's a cheat code right there.
Can you show what you're talking about?
The probability of success with the 2300 gap, I want to say after watching it for this entire year, basically I figured it out in January, and I told Lev at the time, I was like, Lev, look at this. And then me and him sat down that day and we went back. We're like, okay, this day filled it up, this day didn't, this day filled it up, filled it up, filled it up, and we came up with a like percentage probability. And as I've watched it from that point forward, it's about a 60%. 60% probability, if not more. I want to say like maybe 70% probability. Yeah, more like 70% that it will reach that gap. Like it's a very rare occurrence that price is trending and it's moved so far away from that gap that like, it's not going to get there. I'll show you. So this is what it looks like on Cedar. And your eye should be right here. So let me drop this.
I dropped it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that gray box is that gap, and I kind of just dragged it out till today so you can see. Oh yeah, Ryan's is much better.
I never put a box on that. I don't
I
like
just
putting
put
a
it to
box.
show him.
Yeah. Like I like looking at it and just putting a line. I put a thick like 2-point line on that spot. That hey, this is where the 2300 gap from the previous day comes in. And I put that line when that day closes. When that day closes, I put that line. Now, when that line lines up with end dog, it gives you even more confirmation. I wonder if Trader 007 is Tom. I have a old friend in the industry. His name is Tom.
If it can pass the send dog, it'll go right up for yesterday's highs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, first things first is today's high, which is currently like 20 something handles away. But you're done with the day at 7:25. You've worked for 50 minutes today. Congratulations. You just beat the matrix.
Yeah, it's just runners and BE.
Yeah. Basically. You know what we've never done on YouTube is the
Oh, the gong.
so every time we catch 100 handles, this is what we do. Beautiful. Next TP level hit. Carrying on up. To yesterday's high. Now, flip to the 1 hour time frame on your chart. I want you to see where your entry is. So now, Arsen, you always ask me the question, what's your bias for the day, right?
Yeah.
Where would my bias change on the day?
I say if we close below the 6 a.m. hourly candle, or like close below the 50% wick, that's where I would personally switch to bearish bias.
I would switch to bearish bias if it passed the CPI low. Just for the day, though. It's not
Yeah,
gonna be
not on the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got close to switching my bias, but didn't fully set up.
Look at that 7 a.m. candle.
Right.
Yo, what's up, Matt?
I was gonna say for like a recommendation, your handle count. You think it would be best if you also advise how many contracts you have?
No. Ill-advised.
Ill?
Yeah.
Why?
Because everyone has a different goal. That's why we have our weekly phone call, so that I could give you that contract size and everything. There's people in here that are trading Top Step. There's people in here that are trading a live account. There's people in here that are trading a 1K live account. There's people in here that are trading a 20K live account. So every time I wanted to give out a position, it would take me like 2 minutes of talking about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's people in here that are okay with making $200 a day. There's people that aren't okay making $2,000 a day. There's people in here that are making 10K a day. There's people in here that are making 1K a day, 200 a day. Everyone is on their own path. So I can't give this is how many contracts you should enter. Because I might be able to make the guy that is okay with 200 happy with that contract size, but the guy that wanted to make 2,000 is pissed. Make sense?
Yeah.
That's why we have the weekly phone call, bro. Me and you will have an interesting phone call today, don't worry. I think I know where you're at.
I hope we're on the same page.
My gut feeling tells me that there's some frustrations lingering.
Mild, sure, but overall, not positive.
Yeah, absolutely. But I know your goal is. So based on your goal, that frustration is building.
Mm-hmm.
You're losing a little bit of patience with yourself.
I feel very good this week.
I'm proud of you. No tilt?
One minor tilt for 5 days. I'm happy with that.
Bro, I didn't even know. I looked outside, I saw that there's these workers that are working on mine and my neighbor's fence. I'm just looking at them, and they have no idea what's going on behind this wall. Is Raul here? Let me see. No, Raul isn't here. Hey, Sebok. I don't know if you can chat in the chat or talk.
Yo, what's up, Ray?
So we usually do an introduction for people that, join the team fresh. So
You got me at the perfect time. I was about to introduce myself.
So guys, Sevag is a very old friend of mine. We went to school together, like through elementary, middle, all of that. But Sev, just tell them, what's your background? Why did you want to learn how to trade? How'd you find us? And then, just give a little briefing.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, my name is Sabah Gadikian. I went to Chamelon with Ryan, and I graduated California State University Northridge, have a degree in finance, currently work in accounting, specifically business management accounting. And all throughout college, I kind of saw myself going to towards investment banking, private equity, kind of landed in accounting, and I always wanted to day trade, kind of in Forex was where I was headed. But life happened, 9 to 5 happened, steady income happened, and as a person that went to school all day, the salary was nice, but now getting a little bit older, the supplemental second job income seems very nice. Plus I work from home pretty much 4 to 5 days a week. So being able to trade from 6:30 to 9, 10 o'clock is very, very aligned to my personal life. Recently got married, moved from Michigan to LA to now we just bought a house, my wife and I. And I guess that's a little summary about me. And Ryan, I just wanted to say I'm very impressed with your analysis and all your charting. I learned a lot, even with my full first session today, more than I thought I would. And I think I made the right choice here. And very forward to getting to meet all of you guys.
Sev,
Yo.
you never traded before this, right?
The only trades I did were very long-term hold, buy and hold positions. I never did a weekly swing trade, none of that. I did demo accounts. I was profitable on my demo accounts, but I was very
So this
scared,
is your
reluctant.
first introduction into futures, correct?
Futures, I know whenever you guys are talking about the contract size right now, great question, purely because I wanted to hear how contract sizes work. For example, like if I wanted to buy a stock or like if I wanted to get into like a trade in Forex, it's different. I don't understand how contracts work, to be honest. That's I wanted to shoot you guys some questions after this on all of that, plus I have a lot of videos to go through.
Yeah, so you don't know this, but on Fridays we do something called weekly phone calls, where you're gonna get a phone call from me and we're gonna have a chance to talk together. And basically the purpose of the weekly phone call is so that I can hold everyone accountable, but also help them out with anything specific that they need. Because throughout the week, you saw it this week that, we just show up to session, do our thing, leave. But the end of the week is when we come together to basically, it's a rundown. I ask you for a rundown. How did your week go? What you do? And then based off of that, we have conversations to help you improve for the following week. I think that, the trading side is great and all, but it's very important as a mentor to monitor your students, to help them out, because I was somebody that, I needed specific help and none of my mentors were capable or willing to give me that specific type of help. So I think the reason why a lot of our students have success, like right now we don't have too many students, so it's like our students are very successful for like, the place that they are, the people that they are. We've had multiple students take thousands and thousands of dollars in payouts, in withdrawals from their live account. One of our students, I won't mention his name, but one of our students who's been with me one of the longest is up over $300,000 on the year. Full-time trader.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
So he's been with me for about 2 years now. So if you haven't been with me for 2 years, if this is, you were introduced to me when we launched the Fox and the Maniac, and you've been with me for this year, I want you to picture that for yourself moving forward, that eventually it's going to get to that point. So like, I know Alex is on track to get there. I know that Larry's on track to get there. I know Sam's on track to get there. Like, we have a lot of individuals in the team that are doing very well. Regardless of what happens on the week, how it's going, I'm talking about them as a person, as the mentality, because a lot of the things that we do is based on mentality. It's not based on what happens on the chart. Who cares about the chart? I've literally shown you that you could pop in every single day and catch a move. There hasn't been a week this entire year where I was, like, worried. I wasn't worried. I've never been worried. Because I know that we're going to get the next one. And I know that we're going to get the one after that. And if, hey, CPI is yesterday and we closed our trade at break even, but we were in the move of the day and it ran 150 from there, so be it. Who gives a shit? I know I'm going to pop in on Friday and catch the next move.
100%.
I know that even if there's no move on Friday, I've already locked in over 600 handles on the week by the time CPI rolls around. And I have next week to play. And I'll have the week after that, and the week after that, and it never stops. So the move doesn't matter. What matters is the individual that you are, the mentality that you bring, what you do as a person, having the correct habits. Like, one of our guys who you guys have seen pop in and out texted me last night. He's like, Rai, I'm back on Monday. I'm like, nice. He's like, I've fully adjusted my mental state. I've fully adjusted myself. I'm adapting the right habits. So what are the right habits? The right habits, number one, first and foremost, is taking care of yourself. Having proper sleep, being able to show up on time for a session, being able to pop in every single day on these charts, being able to control yourself, having emotional discipline to control yourself, to not take that trade, to be able to be in an emotional situation but think through it logically, taking care of the people around you, spending time with the people around you, and not being focused on all the wrong things of life. What are the wrong things of life? Oh, but this guy bought this brand new car and this and that. Who cares? That guy, whatever he does, doesn't affect you. Maybe that guy
Absolutely,
put himself into a shit situation and you're in a very good situation where you're at. So always stay focused on yourself. Stay focused on your mental state, because as traders, we are the company. We are our own business. Our account is our business. So we have
The
to be on
potential
point
is
with it.
astronomical here, guys. Like you said, the correct lifestyle choices. I've been wanting to wake up early for such a long time, and getting into trading is the epitome of the best excuse to wake up early and not be someone who stays up to like 1, 2, 3 a.m. every night. And like, we get to like sit here and make money, and like, what you realize is no one's successful in life with a single income. Like, you need to be able to diversify yourself and better yourself and want to learn. And I was looking at it and I'm like, I want to learn more. And I'm like, do I go back to school? But ultimately, school is a time commitment. There's capital cost. And I've always wanted to get into trading. And I'm like, all the positives that come with trading are like, the potential here, upside here is, it surpasses any blue collar job. It surpasses any profession. And like, the lifestyle is next to none. So I just want to be able to learn how to do risk management, how to be able to navigate I have a lot of questions, but by like next week, by the end, not next week, not next Monday, but the next following Monday, I want to be able to get into some sort of follow along some trades that you guys are doing, because I feel like I know a good amount, and just being able to like watch you do it, it gave me the confidence to want to like hit the ground running.
Absolutely. Me and you will talk about it today when I give you a call. But good stuff, Seb.
Sounds good, yeah, bro.
YouTube folks, I'm gonna let you guys go. So I'll catch you guys on the new week. See you guys.